Benjamin, George, and Thomas are not America's founding fathers. Listen, I'm the pimp who built this shit in trust. At every chance, I'm unzipping my pants so I can pour out my penis and piss in your mouth. I'm nasty like that. You are my puppet, and I got you held up by my strings. Keep that gun at your temple. It's simple. I'm the pimp who built this, and I put drug dealers on corners so they can make my money, and I put white collars in corner offices so they can make my money. And while you're out here doing 9 to 5, I'm working overtime to make sure the hungry never get fed, to make sure them colored kids never go to college. Keep that knowledge shit out their head. I'm bad. Lucifer ain't got a damn thing on me. I fucked myself and gave birth to slavery. You thought when they genocided Native Americans they were moving west? Motherfucker, they were moving toward me. They call me capitalism. And I slit throats with dollar signs. I'll tie the American dream around your neck and laugh while you lynch yourself for a dime. Your soul is mine. All your thoughts belong to me. I'm the reason women take off clothes and keep a pole between their legs. I'm the reason executive directors bring their work home and never work on working on their homes. My favorite color is green. My only hobby is sex, and I do one hell of a job fucking people over. I rape the rich and I ejaculate on the poor as to keep my system in check. And the rest of y'all in the middle are like toilet tissue. I wipe my ass with you. Do you understand? I am capitalism. Racism is my son. Gentrification is his sister. The jail system is my illegitimate daughter, and public schools are my badass grandkids. Can't you see? All of your oppression is related back to me. I'm the king in this bitch, and I'm so slick with the shit I got you thinking you only work for what you need. My blood is made of envy. I breathe death into your greed. You are a slave to me. Bow down, get this money, sell your soul. Here's a nickel and a dime. Turn that shit into gold. Become cold, ruthless, destroy any worthless human being you have to. You worship me because I control everything. And I know you thought the devil was bad as hell, but the motherfucker ain't got shit on me. And the more you reach for that monetary peak, you become more like me. And when poverty is thick and a single mother has to sell her body to dick to feed her fatherless kids, remember, America never had founding fathers. It always had me. And believe I'm the pimp who shit in you. Well, you ain't nothing but my bitch.
Oh, what's up, what's up? So, we're stuck here in a motherfucking traffic fucking hell jam fucking shitballs. Which is, you know, whatever. It just sucks. Sorry. But yeah, this shit blows big time. There ain't no fucking there we go. Dun, dun, dun. All right, we're gonna see here. Okay. Oh wait. First, we're gonna do a couple of things here. I'll show you this here. Bum, bum, bum,
A prayer.
bum, bum,
A prayer.
Bum, 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 bum. All right. So check this shit out. this happened, I guess, I don't know when it happened, like sometime this morning, sometime or something or other, I guess. In the morning time. Check this out.
They made a huge mistake with this one. Because even though we thought what was going to happen was they were going to go after him for treason or sedition, but they did criminally charge him, but they didn't go to that extreme. As a result, he has due process, so he can subpoena people and bring things in. Now let me say something about this 2020 election. Is that Biden is the legitimate president, but he's the legitimate president of what is now the bankrupt U.S. corporation. And that was a treaty in 1871. Well, on September 12th, 2018, Trump created an executive order. Within that, he outlined in future elections any kind of foreign or domestic interference, specifically for the 2020 election. So we say, how did he know some of these things were going to happen? Election integrity on both sides of the aisle is tough. It's really tough. But what this has done is it's opened the door for Trump to present his case.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? Because, well, I mean, but actually, he can subpoena, people can actually see evidence from both sides. That's a sensible move.
Exactly. And it's a great mistake by Jack Smith that he's done that. Absolutely great. See, the thing is, think about Edward Snowden and all the information he had. Think about the fact that our military, our Department of Defense Space Force, if you think that they don't have the actual real results from the election, then you're fooling yourself. You know, I sit on a task force at the Department of Defense, and the thing is, they've got the goods. They've got the goods, and Trump knew that if he presented any of the goods early on, we'd have a civil war. That he really felt that the people needed to see how bad it could get. They made a huge.
No, no. I'm not sure, guys. You guys tell me what you think, because I don't know. The way I'm thinking is, it's kind of crazy, but I mean, you know. Could happen, you know. You never know. Listen to this one.
You are all members of the same race, the human race, which started with black women between 300,000. Don't interrupt me, I don't have much time. Now, white folks, you don't like it, but all you are is faded blacks. Every one of you, if you trace your DNA back far enough, you're going to find that some of your DNA came from Africa. Because we all have the same ancestor back there, every single one of us. And those of you who think you don't have are obviously from outer space. Now, that means that every one of us is a 30th to 50th cousin to every other person in this room. Well, every person in this room who considers himself or herself a biracial person stand. Don't you stand. Don't you stand. Don't you stand. People, we have to get rid of the language of racism. I'm not a teacher. Teachers dispense facts and figures so that they can get their kids ready for the end of school testing. I've been called a trainer. You train dogs and horses and members of the military. I don't train people. I'm an educator. The word educator comes from the root duck dus, which means lead, the prefix e, which means out, the suffix ate, which means the act of, and the suffix or, which means one who does. An educator is one who is engaged in the act of leading people out of ignorance. In this country, we spend a lot of money on what we call education. It isn't education, it's indoctrination. You are all members.
Yeah. So, I do these little fun things, and I always check these things, and I wouldn't play it if it wasn't, all the way true. But this is the last one I'm playing, then I'm gonna get off because I'm fucking sitting in traffic, dude. This fucking blows.
to register, the word register means to abandon. And when you register a car or a birth or a house, you're giving it to the government. You're giving your legal title to the government, and you only retain equitable title, which means that you have the use of that property. The government allows you to use it, thinking that you own it. Clear evidence of this is anyone who owns a house, look at their mortgage, and you're referred to as the tenant, not the owner, the tenant. So if you think you own your house, you're mistaken. Same with your car. The reason why they can impound your car is because you registered it, and under maritime admiralty salvage laws, they come along and they adopt it. In the case of the birth registry, they adopt the abandoned child. Now, when you apply for something, apply means to beg. So many people have come up to me and said, how do I apply for my freeman status? Well, you don't ask your controllers to make you free. You learn that you are free, and you just learn how to. You got to spend a lot of time finding stuff out, because everything you're going to learn is going to conflict with everything you already knew. To register, the word register, the word.
Yeah. Last one.
It's actually very simple. Congress tried to enact an income tax in 1894. The Supreme Court said that's unconstitutional. When the Supreme Court says something is unconstitutional, it's unconstitutional. They tried again in 1913, and the Supreme Court said the 16th Amendment conferred no new power of taxation. So, if they didn't have it then, and they didn't get it, they don't have it. There is no constitutional basis for a tax on the wages of Americans living and working in the 50 states of the Union. Period. End of argument.
I have a letter here from Daniel Inouye's office out of the United States Senate that says, based on the research performed by the Congressional Research Service, there is no provisions which specifically and unequivocally require an individual to pay an income tax. Period. End of story. There is no law, and to date, nobody has been able to show that there is a law.
It's actually very simple.